Hello, 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 hello. It's so good to see everybody today. My name is Whitney Nicely from She Buys It, and we are live in the She Buys It How to Become a Real Estate Investor group. Yay! So the deal is on Mondays, I put up a post around noonish that says, what kind of questions do you have? And then on Tuesdays, I come live into the group and say, here's your answers. Yay! So yesterday I put up a post that was me in front of the very first piece of land, dirt, grass that I bought, and I bought it at an auction, and I paid $1,200 for it, tax, tag, and title, all in, all mine, all done. And so that was the picture that I put up yesterday. So our first question is, what are you going to do with your dirt? So that particular piece of dirt, I paid $1,200 for it. I bought it at a foreclosure auction in December of 2012, and I was in the right place at the right time. I was at an auction on a Saturday morning, and they were selling land, and I had $1,200, so I bought some. Hindsight is always 2020, and I wish I would have bought everything for $1,200. But it was the very first piece of land that I bought, and I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't even know where Decatur, Tennessee was, or even that we had a Decatur in Tennessee. I thought Decatur was in Georgia. So I was completely clueless when I bought that piece of dirt. And that picture is actually from last year when I stopped by that dirt to see what it looked like, because every year I pay the HOA fees, which basically covers mowing my lot. And last year when I was there, there was probably 3 or 4 houses built in a subdivision that's probably ready for 120, 130 houses to be built. So very little development going on in that neighborhood. When I bought this land, though, at the auction, it was a regular auction. It was a foreclosure auction. A local bank was just offloading bad debt. And the woman that bought that land before I did paid $69,000 for it. And she made payments on that land for a couple years, probably like 5 years, and then stopped making payments on it because it wasn't worth $69,000. So once I figured out what was going on and I got more into real estate investing, I sent my neighbors at that piece of land a letter that said, hey, I want to buy your dirt. And they said, awesome. We paid $69,000 in cash for it. When will you write us a check? And I was like, no, I'm not paying you $69,000. I bought mine for $1,200. You paid $69,000. I'll just hold mine and see what happens in the next little bit. So that's my plan on that dirt. I'm just holding it just to see when the subdivision starts popping. Maybe I could sell it for $20 or $30 or $40,000. Maybe I could sell it for $69,000 sometime in the future. Maybe I build a house on it and then sell that with the land and make $100,000 because I built the house. Who knows what we're going to do? That piece of land may just stay undeveloped because I only paid $1,200 for it. All I got to do every year is pay like $30 in taxes, and then I got to pay HOA fees to get it mowed every year. So it really doesn't cost me anything. I may just keep it just like it is forever and ever. Amen. Who knows? The thing is, I get the choice on what I'm going to do with that land. So that was the very first piece of land that I ever bought, the very first piece that made me a real estate investor. And I didn't have my checkbook with me at that auction. I didn't even have a bidder number at that auction. Like, I was a hot mess at that auction. I didn't have a clue what was going on. I never bought anything before. But by buying that piece of land for $1,200, I was able to say, all right, I can do this. All right, I've done this now. All right, I own real estate now. I am a real estate investor. All right, and that's what I wanted. I learn best by going through something and feeling it and going through all the different stages of it and then living it. That's how I learn the best. So it was important for me to do a deal and get it over with and see all the different sides of how things worked. And when I bought that land, December of 2012, I had a real estate license. Technically, I knew how real estate worked. I didn't know how real estate worked. At that point, I had an apprentice auctioneer's license. Technically, I knew how auctions worked, and therefore I was supposed to know how real estate auctions worked. I didn't have a clue what I was doing, but by putting that investment in and ponying up that small investment, I gained years of experience, and I didn't have a lot of money risked. I didn't have my life savings at risk. And I'll tell you, that piece of property catapulted me into buying like 6 different pieces of land the next year. The next piece of land that I bought, I paid $1,500 for it. It was a half acre of industrial land. It was in the city of Knoxville. I knew where it was. I practically drove by it every day. I mean, it's right there where my honey hole is now, which back then I didn't even have a honey hole. I didn't even know what a honey hole was, but a honey hole is where we go to make the money, honey. Okay? So when I started, I didn't have that, but I grew it over time, doing deals and doing deals and doing deals, right? So now I've got this really sweet spot, this really great honey hole, and I've got this piece of land that I paid $1,500 at an auction. All right. And I've paid $1,500 for purses before, but I bought a piece of land, and then I was able to rent out the driveway for $250 a month. Then I rented out the half acre of land for $400 a month. I had it rented for $500, but now we got it for $400. So every other month and a half, I get $1,500 back in my pocket. In fact, those people that rent the driveway for $250, they paid me back rent for like 6 or 7 months. They ended up giving me $1,500 the very first time they paid rent. I had the land for 6 months and I got my full investment back. All right, y'all. Money loves movement. Spend money and money comes back in. Make money and money gets spent. Spend money, invest money, grow money, get passive income, pay off debt. Like all of this, people tell me all the time, I don't have any money. I don't have any money. Blah, 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 blah. Money loves movement. Spend money. I don't want you hoarding money. When you get some money, spend it. Make more money with that. You can, I saw a post this morning, Ryan Stewman put this up. It was brilliant. If you get a credit card with 0% interest, you can go on Facebook, find something that's underpriced that somebody just wants to sell, buy it with your credit card. You can put it back up on Facebook Marketplace, sell it for what it's worth, and pay off your credit card with the profit that you made in the meantime. You could go to garage sales and then sell furniture on Craigslist. That's how I started. When I started going to auctions, I would buy furniture. I'd buy couches, I'd buy chairs, I'd buy bed frames, I'd buy antiques, I'd buy lamps, I'd buy all sorts of stuff, and then I'd put it on Craigslist. I'd put it around in my house and decorate it like it was my furniture at my house. I'd take pictures of it, and then I'd post it up on Craigslist and say, hey, I'm going to buy new furniture. Who wants this old stuff? It was stuff I just picked up on Saturday from the auction, y'all. But I'd find good stuff. I'd put it in my house. I would advertise it, and then I would sell it, and I'd make a profit. If I spent $200, $300, $400 at an auction buying furniture, I'd try to make $200, $300, or $400 selling the first piece. Then everything else I bought, when I sold it, it was pure profit. There are tons of ways to make money. There are thousands of ways to make money in real estate. But you've got to put some action into some movement, and it takes some massive action before you start seeing those $15,000 paydays, before you start collecting $650 a month on a free and clear property that cost you next to nothing to buy. You got to start buying some stuff. You're never going to get passive income if you don't buy something. You're never going to be able to get a 6-figure payday if you don't write contracts, if you don't make offers, if you don't send letters, if you don't post bandit signs. You're never going to be able to live your best life when you stay stuck and scared and in the same spot that you've been in for the last 5 years. Every single time I have made a big investment, every single time I have made any kind of investment, big or small, I have always got that money back because money loves movement. I love to see money go in and out of my bank account. And the faster it goes out, the faster it can come in. One thing I've learned in the last 6 years since I bought that very first piece of dirt is that when you spend money, money is going to come back. When you're scared and you're hoarding money, that money doesn't have a chance to grow because you can either be in a fear mindset or in a growth mindset. I luckily, thank you, Lord, thank you, have parents who gave me a strong growth mindset from the time I was a kid. My parents are real estate investors. They've always been real estate investors. They've always wanted more. They've always wanted to do bigger deals. They've wanted to have more houses. They wanted to have more land. They've always said more. And not in a greedy way. My parents are some of the most philanthropic people you will ever meet. They will give you the shirt off their back. I will give you the hat off my husband's head. Okay? Because I believe that if we give it away, if we spend it, if we invest it, God is going to give it back to us times 10, at least times 10. But you got to give it away first. You got to invest it. You got to put your name on the line. You got to put your credit card on the line. You got to put your butt on the line sometimes. And you got to get out there and you got to hustle it up to get these deals to go. Grind it out. Hustle it out. Do it to it, baby. You can do it. Start out small if you want to. Buy a little piece of land. And feel through the motions. Feel through the excitement. Feel through the energy. And y'all know as well as I do, spend money and money comes back. If you are trying to get into First Little and Fast, I got my First Little and Fast shirt on today. We're closing it at the end of the month. But if you're trying to get a ticket to She Buys It Live, if you're trying to get anything that you want in life, if you want a new watch, if you want a new TV, if you want a new car, right now, today, and it doesn't matter which day that you watch this video, it doesn't matter which day you see this replay, it doesn't matter which day you decide you want to come to Knoxville for She Buys It Live, none of that matters. Because today, somebody in your area, in your honey hole, woke up in a panic because they got a real estate problem that they can't solve. And you could solve that problem for them. But you are holding yourself back. You could literally be out there helping people. And you're not. And I'm the pot calling the kettle black because I could be out there buying houses. I could be out there doing deals. But I decided about 2 years ago, 2 years ago, August of 17, that I was going to focus more on helping other women get their deals done than just getting my own deals done. I decided it was better that if I could help 10 women this month and they could go out and help 10 people, that was me actually helping like 100 people. If my 10 girls went out and helped 10 sellers every single month or every single year, that was going to be like me helping 100 people out of real estate problems. My 10 girls, but then the 10 people that they helped, right? And I decided that I had my portfolio in a great place. And so instead of me just going out and being a one-woman show and going out and hammering deals and helping 10 people every year in my area, I could help 10 women every single month, and then I could help them help other people. So that's how I give back. I coach because I want women all over the country to go out and give back to their communities. We get a much better world when we're all giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. So that's what I do. I have a program called First Filled and Fast. I have a program, FDDF Plus. I've got a mastermind. I've got all sorts of programs. I've got an apartment class, an apartment, it's called Apartment Blitz, but it's a whole online program. You can do it in your spare time. Yes, you can do it while you got the kids in the car. You can buy houses while you got a regular job. You can do all of this, whether you got a job or not. When I started buying houses, when I started buying dirt, I had 4 full-time jobs. I worked for my mom's dump truck company. She's got 2 dump truck companies, an over-the-road company, and a truck dealership. And I worked for all 4 companies. My boyfriend at the time lived 3 hours away. So every weekend, I was driving 3 hours to go see my man and watch his kids play baseball. I made it happen though, because that's what we do as women. When you have something that you want and you know that you're going to be amazing at it and you know that you can help other people with it, nothing will stop you. Nothing will stop you except that scared little 13-year-old girl in the back of your head that stopped you from doing a lot of things that you probably should have done a long time ago. She may have even stopped you from doing something yesterday that you really wanted to do. If you want in First Filled and Fast, if you want in the mastermind, if you want in Apartment Blitz or Private Money Profits or Vacation Rental Riches or whatever it is that you want in life, you could go on Facebook Marketplace today. You could go on Craigslist today. You could go to an auction Saturday. You could spend $200 or $300 or $400, and then you could go use Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, and you could sell that stuff that you bought for $200 or $300 or $400, and you could turn it into $1,000, $2,000, maybe even $3,000. And then you'll have the money that you need to either get a ticket to She Buys It Live. You'll have the money that you need to get into First Filled and Fast. You'll have the money that you need to get any program, any flight, any watch, any purse, anything that you want. Or you can take that money, go back and do it again until you have $5,000, until you have $10,000. And then you can start buying land. But I'm telling you, it took me 6 years. Whoopsie. It took me 6 years to figure out how to do this and how to do it in a system and in a flow. And I've helped over 200 women right now, over 200 women buy houses in First Filled and Fast. There's 215 women in First Filled and Fast. So for me, that's the way I give back. That's 200 people that I've helped. That's 200 families that I've helped. That's, if they all help 10 people, that's 2,000 people that I've helped. And that's what it's all about, y'all. I just don't want to get into real estate investing so that I can make a whole bunch of money, because there's a lot of people out here spewing a lot of crap when it comes to real estate investing and reinforcing some bad habits and some bad negativity. And I'm on a mission to encourage women to get out there and get their deals done, to break it down and to speak to you like a woman to a woman and show you how to put these systems into place, how to put these strategies into place so that you can help 12 sellers a year. All right. Ann Taylor is in First Filled and Fast. She's actually in all 4 programs. She bought the bundle back a couple months ago when we had a sale on buying all 4 programs, lifetime access. Ann has bought 12 houses. 1, 2. Is that backwards? 1, 2. She's bought 12 houses since January. Taylor Anderson started in First Filled and Fast back in March. She made $32,000 on her very first deal in First Filled and Fast. All right. I'm helping these women buy houses. I'm helping these women do deals. I'm helping them have the confidence that they need to close. Heather sent me a message today. Heather Vire sent me a message. She's in Apartment Blitz, and she and I were KDs together in college. And she sent me a message today that just said, thank you for giving me the confidence to do these deals. All right. She's looking at a 10 spot trailer park in Middle Tennessee. And that's what it's about for me. It's about me being able to help all these women get their deals done so that they can help sellers, so that they can help their mom, so that they can help their kids. That's why I coach. That's why I focus on coaching. I still have 13 houses. I have a trailer. I have 19 apartment units. I'm a private money lender. I've got one house on Airbnb. I'm still definitely doing real estate. I am still very much making offers, closing deals, meeting at the seller's closing table, at the seller's kitchen table, wherever it takes. I am changing my strategies. I'm evolving my portfolio. I'm looking at some different stuff, some bigger stuff, some heavier stuff, some things that it's going to take a different me to be able to accomplish. And I think that's what you want in a coach. I've done 72 deals without money, without banks, without needing a license. I'm the broker for Whitney Buys Houses. There's my license right there behind that picture of me and April Crosley, who helps me teach. There it is. Helps me teach private money profits. I could list houses, but that's not where I am able to help the most people in the fastest way. That's why we developed First Deal Done Fast, so that I can help you get your first deal done fast. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about for all of the people that I coach with. My husband helps me in Apartment Blitz. April Crosley helps me in Private Money Profits. And Joanne Black helps me in Vacation Rental Riches. We all just want to help people get deals done. We want to help you make more money. We want to help you buy houses. We want to help you grow wealth. We want to help you decide how to give back. Kendra Ellis came over to the house on Friday for a little impromptu brainstorming session, and she's trying to help somebody buy their mom's house back. And I was like, that's great, but if you invest that money to help them do that, what else could you use that money for? Kendra is trying to build a whole subdivision for women who need help coming out of rehab or jail, or coming out of abusive relationships. She wants a whole subdivision that she can give, just freely give to women to help them get back to the way they should be living in their life, their best life, and forget all the things that happened to them before in that previous life. That's giving. All right. And she said that $50,000 go a long ways towards building up her subdivision. So she's looking at it now. I'm going to help this one woman get her mom's house back, or I can help 10 women have transitional housing. And that's the way I felt when I decided to not stop buying houses, but to slow down the way I was buying houses, because I could help 10 women a month help 10 more women through First Deal Done Fast, or I could just go out and buy houses myself, which started to feel kind of selfish. So that's why I help women, and that's where I am in my growth chart, my portfolio evolution, and that's the plan. I'm on a mission to help as many women as I can achieve financial freedom, buy beach houses, fund church programs, and help other people. That's what First Deal Done Fast is all about. Okay? That's why we do it. So that's a long definition of what am I going to do with this dirt in this picture over here, which started this whole conversation. Amber's second question is that she lives in Phoenix and she's thinking about going to Mexico to buy land. I've never bought land outside of the country, outside of the United States. I bought some houses in Georgia, which I felt like was kind of out of the country because it wasn't in my honey hole and I didn't know anybody and it was an awful situation. But I lived through that disaster. I grew through that disaster last year. And this year, I got a different plan, which includes buying in Florida. So I am a fan of out of state buying if that's what you want to do. I am a fan of if your area is too hot, then go somewhere else. But I told you earlier about Taylor Anderson. She's in Nashville and she made $32,000. I can't get over it. It's a record in First Deal Done Fast. She made $32,000 on her very first deal in the city limits of Nashville, a place where people with decades of experience can't find any deals. Taylor went in to downtown Nashville, hot as a firecracker, and she got a deal. She sold it, made $32,000. So you're telling me you're in Phoenix and it's hot? I get it. Phoenix is hot. Nashville is one of the hottest markets in the country. And Taylor Anderson is in First Deal Done Fast. She went straight downtown, got a deal under contract, got it sold, made $32,000. So if you believe your area is too hot, that's just a belief. You can get these deals done even in hot markets. I suggest going out of town. Like I'm in Knoxville, which is probably it's probably Nashville, Memphis, Chattanooga, and then Knoxville for the hot market. So we're probably number 4 on the list, maybe on a good day. But I have houses in downtown Knoxville, but not in like the areas where all the popular people are buying houses and flipping houses and it looks like a giant HGTV show in those neighborhoods. That's not where I buy, but I'll teach you how to find a honey hole. I do not believe that you should have to go to Mexico to buy houses. There are plenty of houses in America that need to be bought. I think like 18% of houses in America are empty. 18% is a lot of freaking houses that are empty in the country. And some of those houses are going to be near Phoenix, Arizona. Maybe not in Phoenix, Arizona, maybe not in your subdivision, maybe not right next door where it's super duper easy for you to go buy it. But there are empty places in Phoenix and there are deals to be done in Phoenix. And even if you're in a town an hour outside of Phoenix, there are deals to be done everywhere. Everywhere. Hey, Kendra, I was just talking about you. Hey, Shelly. Hey, Rachel. So don't think you need to go out of the country just to find a deal. Maybe just go across the county line. Maybe go over 2 counties and find a deal. There are plenty of deals to be done in this country. In your city, there are deals to be done. In your county, there are deals to be done. In your state, there are deals to be done. I'm doing a flip project. My private money deal is in Memphis, Tennessee. I didn't find it. I didn't put it together. I just loaned money on it. And I'm making a lot of money just for lending the money on it. I will never see the house because I don't want to go to Memphis. But that's where I found a deal. Somewhere in your state, there is a deal. I believe somewhere in your city, somewhere in your county, there are 10 deals to be done. You just got to go get them. And you got to believe that you can go get them. And I think the ladies in First Deal Done Fast would tell you that I am there for you all the way. Go get those deals done. Let's make that money, honey. Nothing makes me happier than seeing y'all make money in First Deal Done Fast. Or even in this group. I love seeing you make money. Make mailbox money. Make huge wholesale fee monies. Make listing money. I don't care how you make money because I know that money loves movement, and the more money you make, the more money you can give to your church, to your charities, to nonprofit organizations, but the more money that you can tip when you go to a restaurant. All right, when you make more money, you become a better tipper. You start tipping everybody. All right, that's why you need to make more money. Women are going to statistically outlive men. Therefore, we need our money to last longer. And statistically, we spend more money than men, which makes sense because we're the ones that buy cards and gifts and extra food and have spare blankets, and we just spend more money than they do. I mean, I think most men could just live in a tent and they'd be like, "What? Is this not enough? Is this not right?" Maybe not my husband. He's pretty primpy. He's a sweetheart though. But women spend more money. Women are going to outlive their mates more often than not. Therefore, women need to have a better grasp of how to make money last. Most women have maybe a 401k, maybe some sort of retirement fund, maybe an IRA, but it's like a pond. It's like a pool of money. And once that money is gone, what you going to do? What you going to do? You going to live in a 10 by 10 government issued concrete block room? Because Social Security's gone? Or are you going to start now buying houses, buying apartments, becoming private money lenders, buying a beach house that more than doubles your mortgage payment every month so you can pay it off faster so that you can have monthly money coming in, so you can have a cushy retirement home, so that you can retire your husband early, so that you can do a lot of things as you get older, because it ain't getting any cheaper. But most women have their head down in the sand thinking, I'll take care of it later. I'll take care of it later. I'll take care of it later. Guess what, girls? Time is going to fly by. And if you are not actively buying a house every single month, you're going to get trampled. If you're not buying an apartment complex every single year, you're never going to make it out of the rat race. This is a hard conversation, but it needs to be had and it needs to be said. Y'all got to get your financials in order. A lot of people are living with a lot of credit card debt. That's going to keep you out of a good retirement home. A lot of people are renting houses right now. In fact, I'm renting this house. This is my mom's house. I'm renting this house for my mom. I've got 13 houses, but I don't have a primary house. You know why? Well, actually, there's about 17 different reasons why. But one reason is cash flow. I want all my money coming in and paying off all of my debts, paying off all my houses, paying off all my apartments, paying off all my land, so that I have $20,000 or $30,000 a month coming in that I don't have to worry about. What would your life look like if you had $20,000 free and clear, no mortgages, no encumbrances, no liens, and then you just got to live on 20 grand a month? Then what kind of house would you go buy? What kind of vacations would you go on? I'm in a process now of getting all my houses paid off free and clear so that I got money to loan out on deals. That way I got money coming in on my houses and I got money coming in on the money that I loaned out. So I'm making double. All right. I'm not going to go buy a house until I'm bringing in free and clear, $30,000 a month, because I'm 34 right now. By the time I'm 84 or 94, it might be $20,000 a month for the retirement home that I want to live in. I mean, my grandma passed, I think 2 years ago, and she was paying $10,000 a month. In 50 years, it'll definitely be more than $10,000 a month to be in a nice retirement home. You got to have that money coming in. You got to have yourself set up before you can have your kids set up. You got to have yourself set up before you can worry about setting up your mom. Some of y'all have moms that didn't teach you to be a real estate investor. My mom luckily taught me, kind of through the school of hard knocks, to go out there and figure it out, but to become a real estate investor. Buy some houses, buy some land, buy some apartments. Because my mom knows I'm not going to have Social Security. And even if I did, I'd spend that in about a heartbeat. The only way for you to have financial freedom is to have passive income. And the only way for you to get financial freedom and passive income is to start doing these deals today. 2019. If you wait until 2029, you're behind. I wish I would have started in 2009. If I'd bought stuff in 2009, if I bought stuff in 2010, 2011, 2013, 2014, oh wait, I did. I started buying in 2012 though. If I would have started buying as soon as I graduated high school, I would be in a totally different situation. But I can't do anything about the 16 years that have passed since I was in high school. If I would have bought one house a year, I'd be up to 16 houses. I realized that I was behind in 2014 and in 2015 and in 2016, so I bought up as many houses as I could get. Now I'm sitting on 13 houses and 19 apartment units. The best time to buy a house was 5 years ago. But none of us can go back to 5 years ago and buy a house. So the next best time to buy a house is today. Buy a house today. I talked to one of the mastermind girls this morning about that. She's looking at a beach condo, and I was like, if you could have bought that condo 45 years ago when it was built, that would have been 45 years of vacations for you. But you didn't. But in 45 years, your kids will say, I'm so glad mom bought that place in 2019. In 5 years, your kids are in college. Guess what? They want to take their friends to your place on the beach for spring break. Awesome, go for it. Do it to it. Just clean up anything you screw up, right? But in another 5 years, suddenly they're dating and they know that mom's got a beach house, so they want a guy, and his parents also have a beach house. The investments you make today are super duper important for your future. Yes, I want you to have the money that you need today, but I also want you to elevate your whole family into a different way of thinking. I want you to bring their wealth conscious up 6 degrees a year. I want you to bring the cash flow up every single month. I want you to show your kids that there's other ways to make money besides going to work. Ain't nothing wrong with going to work. I go to work every day. I coach women on how to buy houses. I'm in First Sold and Fast every single day. I'm in the mastermind every single day. I'm in all of my programs, courses, places. Every single day I'm working. I'm talking to my tenants, my tenant buyers. I'm talking to sellers. I'm working. There's nothing wrong with working. But at some point, I will not want to work 8 days a week. At some point, you won't want to work 8 days a week. You won't want to have a double shift. You won't want to do weekends. You will want to spend real quality time with your kids and not worry about what it costs or how many hours you're missing. Y'all got to get these deals done. I'm getting my deals done. You got to get your deals done. I got my deals done for years and years and years and years and years and years. I'm going to be doing deals for years and years and years and years and years. But you got to start doing that too. Quit getting all glossy-eyed and starry-eyed and whatever on Instagram and Facebook talking about, oh, well, everybody else has got, no, quit it. Get out there and help a seller. Get out there and make your offers. Get out there and send your yellow letters. Get out there and get your deals done. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Don't worry about what kind of advantages they had. Don't worry about what kind of market they're in. Don't worry about what kind of exit strategy they got. Everybody has different plans. Everybody has a different right idea on how to do this. All right. One of the mastermind girls told me this morning that she was listening to somebody and he gave her the advice that she needed to have $250,000 saved up before she did her first buy and hold. And I was like, well, If that's the case, and he wanted her to do fix and flips, fix and flip, fix and flip, fix and flip, fix and flip, until she had 250 grand. And I get it. And there's a strong mentality behind that. And there's a lot of financial sense behind that. But if I had done that, I still wouldn't own a house. And that's fine for him if that's what he wants to do. And that's fine for her if that's what she wants to do. But there are thousands of ways to make money in real estate without needing 250 grand to get started. And, part of his explanation, I'm sure, is rooted in, if you do enough fix and flips that you are able to save 250 grand, you will be an excellent investor. Because if you do that many fix and flips, you've probably seen everything that could go wrong on a house. You have great experience. You've built up your resume, and now you're ready to really invest and keep something. But also the problem with fix and flips that I have is that, big tax cut that you got to take when you sell it if you don't have it for 366 days. So it takes a lot longer to get 250 if you keep giving half of it to the government. Y'all got to get out here and get these deals done. Buy a house today. Buy a house next week. Buy a house next month. Buy 6 houses by the end of the year. I dare you. Buy one house a month. Because the only way you're going to be able to survive old age is off the things that you do today in your young age. And I don't care if you're 40, I don't care if you're 50, I don't care if you're 60, I don't care if you're 70. Y'all going to live until 80, 90, and 104. The only way that you're going to be able to enjoy it is based off the things you do today. So you better be out there buying those houses. You better be out there getting your first deal done fast so you can do your second deal and your third deal and your 45th deal and your 72nd deal and all of the deals. You got to get that first one done. And the faster you can get it done, the more confidence you have to go out there and tackle the next one. That's what I want for you. So we only had 2 questions today, and I have talked for almost 45 minutes. Yay! For long-winded explanations. Woo! And small rants. If y'all have any other questions, we do this every Monday and Tuesday. On Monday, I put up the post that says, what kind of questions do you have? And on Tuesdays, I answer your questions. If you're not in the Facebook group, you need to join. There's a link down below if you're watching this on the replay. If you have any questions, please, please, please let me know what those questions are, and I'm happy to help you. If you're interested in First Deal Done Fast and you're watching this live, we are closing First Deal Done Fast at the end of July. We have a do-it-yourself First Deal Done Fast DIY available for $19.97. If you want to add the private Facebook group, you're welcome to do that. It's $9.97, and we're closing that in 8 days. So if you want in First Deal Done Fast, now is the time to get in, get it done, quit making excuses, and start making money. If you're watching this after August the 1st, go to firstdealdonefast.com. You can go to firstdealdonefast.com right now or anytime. And firstdealdonefast.com. You can join the wait list if you're watching this after August of 2019. Okay, so that's the plan. Y'all get in. Let's do this. Make that money, honey. Let's live our best lives, y'all. Mwah! I love you all. And remember, if you're trying to be that Proverbs 31 woman, you have to be a real estate investor. Verse 16 says she goes to inspect a field and she buys it. You can also replace field with house, apartment, trailer park, beach house, condo, whatever it is that you're wanting. Go get it, girls. I'm here for you. Let me know if you have any other questions. I'll see you next week.